niggas in the know ya. Know a man's big hurt, just like Soulja Slim. He'll put you in the dirt.
BG, C Murder. Too real. BG and C Murder, two of the realest rappers to ever get in the booth. Nobody can debate that. They carried the South, and rap down here wouldn't be what it is today if they hadn't got on the microphone. BG, he was in Cash Money. C Murder was in No Limit. Yes, I have a picture with C Murder and Soulja Slim, because Soulja Slim plays a big part in this episode. Soulja Slim is the middleman. But we're going to start with BG. BG caught 14 years in prison. They was after BG because BG was a real street nigga. And BG knew real street hitters. Niggas like Telly Hankton.
It's all about 6 figures. You ballin' if you got 5 figures. I got my AK, nigga, and I'm quick to blast it. Game tight like elastic, with a block long murder jacket. Eraser, baby gangster, VL nigga. I'm on a trail of hell. Before I go, I want 6 figures. Uptown is where you catch me doing dirt, gun slanging, nuts hanging, for sure. Play been short and I'm banging, I ain't no hoe. My heart don't pump water, it pump liquor. Watch yourself, I'll get you. I promise I'll split you. Click, clack, everything I pack got hollow slugs. I'm the definition of a thug. My whole clique selling drugs.
Telly Hankton was New Orleans street gangster who basically the feds and the local police, they wanted him really bad because they felt like he was involved in a lot of gang-related activity going on in the area. You feel me? They felt like a lot of murders and shit that was occurring was going back to Telly Hankton and his associates, people he was riding with, fucking with. One of them niggas was BG. So the whole time BG was rapping, he was under the eye of the government and the police. They caught up to BG in a stolen car with stolen pistols, allegedly. All this is alleged. You know, police say BG eventually got one of the other guys in the car to take the pistol charge. But all that shit came out, they flipped on him and took a plea, and BG ended up going to prison. They all went to prison, but BG got stuck going to prison as well because they admitted it was his gun. Now, that's what got BG to Fed time. Of course, the evidence in the case is very spotty. Nobody can really say if BG had anything to do with any of this stuff. They just wanted to get him because it was basically a baby Rico case. It was a low-key Rico. They wanted everybody that was involved with BG homeboy from Uptown. So what they did was they just went ahead, got all of them together, made them snitch on each other, and took them down. But BG still has a case. And BG ain't killed nobody. BG ain't hurt nobody, man. Like, I feel personally he did enough time off of it. Anyway, even if he did get caught with pistols and all this type of shit, the man been in jail for over, 10 years now? Almost 10 years? I'm not really sure how long. The man been gone. He got gray hair. You know, he's an old man now. He did his time. Let him go. C Murder, on the other hand, his a little worse. Because C Murder caught an elbow, a life with no parole. C Murder was in a club performing. And allegedly, a 16-year-old boy got too close. They started fighting. Big melee shit broke out, went down. And the jit ended up getting shot in the chest. Now, the witnesses, they had a few witnesses come up and say that C Murder was involved in it. And then they changed their story and say he wasn't involved in it. So there's a lot of speculation on whether he really did it or not, whether he was involved or not. There was a lot of people around, a lot of activity going on. But they decided to hit C Murder with the murder, maybe because of his name. That ain't working for him either, but he went down. He's been in prison. He got out. because of an appeal. And shit, they convicted him again. But this is the thing about it. Master P never been there for C Murder from the beginning. When C Murder went in the first time, Master P didn't even go on the first. That's where it gets really weird for me, because your brother is facing life in prison. He's in court. You got the opportunity to come and you don't even show up on the first day. What's that saying about you being, as a brother? But this is why I brought up Soulja Slim, because a lot of people feel like Master P has something to do with Soulja Slim demise. And I'm not saying he do or he don't. That's just the word on the street. Feel me? I don't put nothing past nobody anyway, so yeah, I really don't give a fuck if it's true or not. It wouldn't surprise me. Master P is not trying to get his brother out of jail. You got people like Kim Kardashian and Monica, of all people, stepping up to the plate and trying to see something done for this man. And Master P sitting back basically saying, no, don't help him. I think C Murder knows Master P did something fishy, some bullshit that he don't agree with to Soulja Slim. These niggas is from the same hood. Do you notice that BG and C Murder got cool right before they went to prison? That's something, and that's why I was telling you about the rivalry. But in the end, they galvanized, they got together because of Soulja Slim. Both of them knew it was some bullshit what happened to Soulja Slim. They both knew it. And I'm going to put this picture back up. Now you see why Master P is salty. Now you see why Master P don't want his brother to get out of prison. Because his brother knows and his brother don't approve of whatever the fuck happened with Soulja Slim. That's it right there. BG is Soulja Slim's best friend. After Soulja Slim died, C Murder and BG started making music. You get what I'm trying to tell you now? But back then, Cash Money and No Limit, they was rivals. You know what I'm saying? We all know that. Mystical and Yellow Boy had problems. Mystical was on Big Boy and No Limit. Yellow Boy, he was cool with BG. You know, BG stood up for him on a couple tracks, shout him out on a few big tracks, you know what I'm saying? These two, they were viewed as the realest on the team, you know what I'm saying? Without C Murder, there wouldn't be no Master P. You know what I'm saying? C Murder, he created TRU. That was the foundation of No Limit. And without BG, there definitely wouldn't be no Cash Money. Cause he carried the label for years. Him and Manny Fresh, they carried the label. Juvenile came around, Lil Wayne was there, but as far as credibility and consistency with the music, nobody was better than BG on the label. He was the label. Two icons just left hanging, just left to die. That's some bullshit. Niggas need to get checked for that. And it ain't no hate, but we gotta call it how we see it. That's fucked up.
Murder, I done things y'all ain't never heard of. Now I'm a fool, boy. Call me a fool of young. I'm willing to die for mine. I'm willing to die for mine.
Not all y'all done heard of me. I'm Beat Jizzle. I done things you bitch niggas scared of. I smack bitches, shot niggas, so cold. Call cases, done it all. I ain't talking, I don't stun it all.
Done things y'all ain't never heard of.
If you don't know me, ask somebody you know, and I bet they know. This little nigga quick to draw down and split you or cut your throat. This little nigga quick to handle his business and quick to creep. This little nigga ain't about popping no plea or squashing no beat.
So this probably was one of the hardest things I ever had to do. But Jesus told the disciples, go out and be truthful. And whoever can't appreciate that, just dust your feet off and keep it moving. This is not about me. This is about the older people in my family that has no verse when it comes to what's going on right now. And they shouldn't be talked about the way they have been. And any of y'all have any relative that incarcerated that you know that's ungrateful, then you probably can understand this, especially if you did everything you could do. Like my mom, my dad, my sisters, my brothers, aunties, uncles. I know they've been them went above and beyond to help my brother. And I'm real disappointed because I didn't even know he had a social media. But when I checked and seen like who he's following and what he was saying, you know, some of the stuff don't even look like he wrote it, but if he did, or it's his people, you know, bloggers, the devil, fake media people, they're gonna take that stuff and run, because they all about devouring and conquering. And everything that my family worked for, our reputation, you know, just because somebody that's incarcerated say whatever, it's entertainment for the world. But this is not entertainment. This is not fun. This is hurtful. You know, I know my brother said that he put some books out and made bare minimum, and that's the way he take care of his family, which, you know, in those books is what I disagree with. He talked about my mom, my dad, the people that created him. He said that they didn't do nothing for him, which is a lie. And anybody that know me, I don't need to be pat on the back or nothing. Whatever I done for him. I done it out of love. My grandmother, she's not here right now. She's my angel. I know that, and she should be his angel. I've never heard him talk about her like that. But I know Kim Kardashian put out one tweet, and she is angel, which is crazy to me. But I appreciate it. Like I said, my brother is innocent, and I hope she can get him out. I want him to come home. I see where Monica, his ride or die. He just started talking back to her 7 months ago. And I know maybe it's prison talk, you know, I know he's incarcerated, and I get that. But still, you have to have a heart for the people that really helped you. Monica just got divorced last year. So I'm thinking like, that's your ride or die. That's cool, if that's the way you feel. But let's be real, I have family members that think my brother coming home and they're not truthful. Maybe Silk scared to tell them the truth. My sister, my aunties, uncles, everybody think that this man is coming home and he gonna get a settlement, he gonna take care of everybody. But the truth is, and I know the truth hurt, what did he do the first time he was home? Who did he help? Why do people owe him when his friends has him incarcerated? That's the real reason he's incarcerated. I changed my life and I left those same friends behind because they didn't want to do right. They wasn't on the same page I was on. So God said, you got to cut people off. You got to do the right thing. And this to my brother, if you sit in that cell, or you got social media, you can see this, because I'm not coming to the jailhouse no more. You know, I'm not getting filled on, you know, motherfucker touching on my ass, doing the same thing, looking for, do I have something on me? No, I don't. I changed my life. My grandmother that's deceased now, they was touching on her ass every time she go down there, and people still ungrateful. My mom, my dad, my brothers, aunties, uncles, everybody gets filled on. When you go to prison to go see somebody, you might not come home either. I'm not going through that no more for ungrateful people. So all y'all bloggers or whatever, y'all could understand one thing. The ATM, I'm pulling the plug off. Because people that's ungrateful and don't appreciate me, even my own family members, they'll forget. Because you could give people, they hit you. I'm an ATM, I get it. That's what I am. I'm an ATM and now I'm a square because I'm not in the hood. I'm only not in the hood because I did the right thing. And I changed, which everybody else could change. But when you go to the club and you convicted of a crime that somebody else commit because you with the wrong people, and then the people that's with you, you call them the cut boys, that's who taking care of your business while you locked up, they on the streets, and they all turned on you, and you say nothing about it, you never made a record about them, you never wrote a book about them turning on you. I mean, how is that real? How is that true? Because that's your word, true. They turned on you, bro. You could have been home with your family 18 years ago. I mean, how long Monica been knowing Kim Kardashian? You done did a hunger strike, everything, bro. This could have been done. If it's gonna happen, it's just not that easy. Man, Jimbo did 22 years, and he said, cuz, guess why I came home? Because I used to be mad with you. The same way your brother is, but nobody telling him the truth. You paid for lawyers, you did all this stuff, we get it. But he said, guess what? My cellie told me, you mad at people, what have you done for people? Have you ever made him a card for his birthday? Have you ever sent him a Christmas card or made him a belt? Anything. Nobody never done that. Because people always say, where do you get the man that has everything? What about just love? What about a simple thank you? Mac family called me and said, thank you, Master P, for talking about my son's story in No Limit Chronicles. It made a big difference. Hopefully my son will come home soon. So that's integrity. That's people that have humility. I'm focusing on giving back to underprivileged communities, helping the next generation with education, helping the elderly. That's what I'm doing with my resources. I'm not wasting it on no more on family members that's ungrateful. I know that's why millionaires and billionaires say, you know what, I'm gonna give my money back to charity. I'm not leaving it for ungrateful family members. And I never thought I'd feel that way, but it's the truth. So people don't have to worry about me and what I'm doing or what I work for. When you look at my grandmother that's not here, I had to pay somebody to get you to her funeral, which is crazy, and you forgot. Everything costs money. Other people are spending their money and you're not thinking about, even if somebody say they know the date, but they done told you 100 times, yeah, that's love, bro. These people who you put your trust in, your friends, they only there for the publicity. When the publicity over, nobody's gonna help you or nobody's gonna be there for you but your family, us, the ones that love you. So, bro, wake up. If you get a second chance, man, be thankful. Thank that man up above. So, I get it where people say, man, you bigger than that. Don't do that on the internet. But imagine if you help your family. You did everything you need to do for people. You even help outside people. And it still ain't enough for people around you to where they say crazy stuff about you. And I mean, everybody human. You gonna get tired. I'm gonna get tired. Just buried a 3-year-old girl today. Next week, got to bury a 14-year-old kid. We've been doing all this positive stuff. Then we got to defend ourselves on some negative stuff on the internet. How would you feel? And I know Monica got thrown in this, and I apologize to you, Shorty, because I really don't know you like that. And I hope you got the right agenda and the right heart to help my brother, because he needs it. And even your friends, you know. But imagine everything you do is to help your family, and it's just not enough. They're ungrateful. Then they look at you like you're just an ATM machine or a piece of money. And nobody acknowledges the older people that been there for them. Like, you know, my family, you know, we love my brother. I love my brother. I want C to come home. But this is about my grandmother, Big Mama. She let him stay in her house. She put out everything. Dog, nobody acknowledged this lady. She our angel. She is angel. That's what I'm saying. Even the people around us in the family, y'all got to get this man's mind right. This man had talked about me, said all kinds of stuff. I've been defending myself for years with this. This crazy. We shouldn't have to do this because we doing all this positive stuff and we growing as a family. At least that's what I'm doing. I can't make no man be on the same page I am. And I can't have nobody fault me that they in jail. That's what this all about. I love you. I love my brother. But man, come on. And y'all know that. This hurt me to have to keep going. I'm never going to talk about this ever again.